Hello, everyone. My name is Fred, and I'm joined by my co-host on this podcast, Luke, and welcome
Hey,
to Off the Mark. You,
hey, it's Luke. uh,
sorry, I may have cut you off there.
is there really a co-host? Because on my episodes, I call you the co-host.
Uh,
It's not like any I've had before. Normally on the
well,
ones I've had
technically,
before,
we're both co-hosts to each other.
yeah. On my last one, rip that. Um, it was clearly a host and co-host dynamic, but
How about I say my co-conspirator?
sure, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Um,
This is my co-conspirator.
yeah, it's Luke. Yeah. Um, both of our YouTube channel links are below for anyone who cares.
Mm-hmm. Yosh. Anyway, so we are back at it again today in another three-topic based episode, which is the good, the bad, and whatever the hell this shit is.
Oh, woo! Newsweek, everyone's favorite.
All right. So
They're fine. They're fine.
yeah.
But the other
So
ones are more fun.
all right. So our first topic, which is the good, is based on fandom.
Yes, fandom.
And
Fandom.
fandom.
Fandom. It's they
Yes.
make a point of it being a dome. It's
Boom.
fandom.
It's bold and shiny.
It's literally a glass dome.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so Luke, do you want to explain what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so we have a list of DC films that have been announced as in production or are rumored to be in production, and both of us are going to go through this list and pick three. I'm going to read out all of the ones on the list, just let me get it up. So, the ones on the list
Alright.
are The Amazonians, Batgirl, Black Hawk, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Cyborg, Deadshot, Deathstroke, Gotham City Sirens, Green Lantern Corps, Mad Love, Joker, Jared Leto Joker, because, well,
Yeah.
Justice League sequel, Justice League Dark, Lobo, Man of Steel sequel, New Gods, Nightwing, Plastic Man, Suicide Squad versus the Justice League, Red Hood, Bane, and Clayface.
Alright.
This is the list we both have.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So,
you can
Luke,
pick your three first.
do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'm going to be very biased. I'm going to be quite biased with this, and obviously my first pick is obviously going to be Deathstroke
Yeah.
because obviously my favorite character is Deathstroke. I actually saw what I think it's Gareth Evans or someone or whatever his name is who was going
Yeah.
to do the Deathstroke film, and I've read what the film was going to be like, and I thought, you know what, this actually sounds like a really cool film.
Yeah.
So I would love to have seen it. If it does turn out that after the success of how the Snyder Cut is, that they do decide to put Joe Manganiello back into the seat of Deathstroke, I will be happy. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Um,
What is
it's
your number two? Oh,
is
yeah,
what?
moving. No, keep going.
Oh, so now here's the difficult thing because there are a few that I would like to see.
Yeah.
I would like to see a a suicide. Actually, no. I'm gonna mix up. So I'm gonna go with the Justice League sequel with the versus Legion of Doom storyline.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Right.
that's the Justice League sequel, so I'd have that.
Last.
And
Right. Last
so
one.
obviously, yeah, it's difficult because I'd love to see a lot of these, but
Yeah. Yeah.
um, let me see. I'll probably go with the screw it. I'm just gonna go with the Joker film. I'm just gonna go with the Jello Joker film. It'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting on the take, depending on who the director is. Because if you don't make Jared Leto into like a weird person,
Yeah.
make him more of like the homicidal maniac that we all know Joker is, then that's kind of what will sell tickets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're getting an audience for Jared Leto Joker film. Is it my go now? Do I get to pick my
Yes, it
three?
is. Yes.
Mm. Let's have. I think I would probably go for a Death Trip film, just simply because it would be the one I would most likely buy a ticket for of all of these. Like, you know, it's kind of complicated where this is concerned because if you gave me a Matt Reeves version of two of these films, I'd love it. Would you be able to combine a Nightwing film with basically a Dick Grayson film with Batman in the background, how he becomes Nightwing, why he becomes Nightwing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'd do that, and I'd
Yeah.
definitely do the same for a Red Hood film as well. I
Yeah.
think
Well,
just have
think
a
about
Jason Todd story with Batman in the background.
that. Actually, funny enough, I was looking back on the like casting for Red Hood in a film, like fan casting,
Yeah.
and they had Robert Pattinson down as Red Hood, and I thought, oh,
Oh,
that's cool. And then when it came out for him playing as Batman, I was like, that's just weird.
I love Pattinson's Batman. I think it's a great cast. Great
Yeah.
casting. I don't really have much more to say on that, but talking about Red Hood and the fact we never would have gotten that, our next topic, and in the bad, is Zack Snyder hates Robin. He does, though. He does. So he has reiterated his point that the Robin you see, the suit, is Dick Grayson's. So okay, here's the issues with that. It means we never would have gotten a Red Hood film. He also has in the past said that it would have gone from Dick Grayson straight to Carrie Kelly, which removes so many potentially fun storylines,
Yeah.
Red Hood, because I think a lot of people expected a Red Hood film to be Ben Affleck's Batman film when that was announced. Because you
Yeah.
see the suit and it feels like it's minorly set up. So let's say you're Zack Snyder and you only want one Robin to be dead. Why not make Jason Todd the first Robin? Because it
Here's a
means when Dick Grayson comes around, when he finds out about how the last Robin was treated and where that left him, because Nightwing's under the Red Hood storyline, that would be the thing to push Nightwing to the edge, or Robin #2, Dick Grayson, to the edge.
So here's one thing. I feel like with a certain amount of things, you like obviously Zack Snyder has said that it had. So what exactly did Zack Snyder actually say about the whole suit?
It's Dick Grayson's. Dick Grayson is dead.
So he properly said that Dick Grayson is dead.
Yeah.
Because I swear that there was a post saying like, "Oh, what makes you think it's not? What makes you think that it's Jason Todd's costume?"
Yeah.
There,
It's
yeah,
Dick
was
Grayson,
that?
but Dick Grayson is dead in Snyder's interpretation of the universe. The problem being, I think everyone involved in the DCU at that point had different thoughts of who that was. I think Warner Brothers and David Ayer thought it was Jason Todd, but Zack
That's the thing.
Snyder's. So I think if we got a continuation of that, it would be Jason Todd.
That's the thing, because David Ayer. He said that part of his original Suicide Squad plan was to have like a scene of Joker actually killing Robin, and I'm thinking, so we would have had an actor for Robin, and under his mind, he thought it was Jason Todd, so we would have had Jason Todd.
Yeah, I think that was all a
And
bit of a shambles, so it's just everything.
yeah, here's the thing: I feel like Zack Snyder is kind of pulling everyone's leg. Like, not gonna lie, if he is pulling everyone's leg, they're not gonna lie. He's kind of got a lot of people riled up, and he's kind of done what everyone has, what he wanted to. But I kind of feel like there is one way that they could try and fix this.
Yeah.
Flashpoint.
Oh yeah, just Flashpoint it out.
Not gonna lie,
Flashpoint
any
Reeves
mistakes, you
in.
Flashpoint it.
Flashpoint Matt Reeves Batman in. No. If you Flashpoint Reeves Batman in. What? I never had a Robin. What are you talking about? Wait,
Yeah.
Robin? That's a good idea. It's like, yeah, Flashpoint will basically erase that Batman entirely. I think everything about him's going to be gone.
I think it's kind of sad because obviously I quite like Ben Affleck's Batman. I quite like Ben Affleck's Batman. It's just sad how it's gone.
I like him enough, but I'm way more excited about Reeves than I am was about Affleck. And because I've got faith in this director more than I ever did Snyder. I'm not a Snyder fan. I think Snyder's films are gash, but and I do think just the Snyder Cut will be gash. I'm excited for it, but it doesn't mean I don't think it's bad. It's going to be bad. So it's complicated. Reeves has made a couple masterpieces in the past, and Snyder's not made one. And it's and you see that Reeves seems to get Batman way more than Snyder ever did. And I just want a Robin out of it. I think
it's under interpretation, like what type of thing you do.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I just want to see Robin done right, like the origins of a Robin done right in a film.
Well, think about this: from the way that people have kind of reacted to his post on Dick Grayson being who that costume belongs to, I think one thing that Zack Snyder can do now is look back and say, okay, so I am gonna have to try and fix that. And from the looks of it, David Ayer's Suicide Squad cut is probably gonna fix that.
See, I don't know because David Ayer won't get to shoot anything more, and he never shot a Joker killing Robin, so it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have faith. I think the sooner we let go of Ayer and Snyder, and even Jenkins, really, but she's too popular. The better for DC. I don't want the Snyder Cut to spawn anything new. I don't want any more of this DC. I want more Shazam. I want more. I mean, as rough as it is,
Shazam
Aquaman
2 will be quite cool.
I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of things, but I just hope they follow the Shazam route more than they follow the dark gritty.
I think obviously
you don't understand the characters at all.
With Shazam, it's kind of easy because it's a grown man. So it's actually no, it's a teenage kid inside of a grown man's body. So obviously you can play on that.
I think that if anything makes it harder. The writing crew on Shazam would have been so talented to do what they did. Because writing children, nobody likes writing children. Yeah. I think we just move straight along to the final, whatever the hell it is, topic. Because this has been a short one so far. We got to spend 20 minutes talking about Square Enix's Avengers, the game.
Oh, so okay. Okay, so with that particular game, we both have our opinions on it.
Yeah. Go on, talk about yours.
All right, so I'm just gonna go off on a rant, and I'm actually gonna get into this. Anyone can have their opinion on what I'm about to say, but I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking. I watched the first Avengers trailer, and I was not too pleased because it didn't look too right. I did not like Iron Man's design within the game.
Yeah.
I think Black Widow, the graphics on Black Widow, did not look that great. It did not really make her look that feminine. It didn't really. I think she looked a bit too masculine to be Black Widow, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But she just looks like Ray Fandolf, really.
Hmm.
Like the first
Um,
trailer, the
yeah,
the shots of her mixed with and Grace Randolph, exactly the same person.
yeah. I did not like how Captain America's suit is designed because he looks too much like a SWAT officer. He looks like he's just taken
Yeah,
he's gone into a police station. He's robbed the armory,
bulletproof vest. Yeah,
he's taken like a bulletproof vest, just chucked it on, and it's just he looks a bit too bulky compared to what the films have done. Because not gonna lie, you would have more because that looks real. Like not gonna lie, the Captain America's design in the game looks a bit realistic. But I'm thinking, why does that look? Why does that look realistic? But but the one in live action in the films looks more fictional.
yeah,
So the film one looks more comic book accurate than the actual game one, which is meant to be like you can do whatever. Like not gonna lie, you could have any design for a Captain America skin, and you went with that.
yeah. It's rough. All the skins are rough though. Hulk looks like he's constipated. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not good.
So okay, now I'm gonna get onto my main point. What I wasn't too pleased about, and this is the fact that I don't want people to think that I'm targeting like a certain thing, but obviously I do not like Miss Marvel, and
Yeah,
I do not like Miss Marvel, and the simple reason for that is because I've never I've never seen a story that I like where she's not been like a bit obnoxious, like an uber teen, like fangirling everyone. Like, not gonna lie, I would not gonna lie, if they make her like quite like into like a bit of a mature, like she gets to a point where like she makes mature options and like is like really like selfless and like just like goes in to save people without like fangirling about everything. I'll be like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. I like this version. But from what I've seen, like quite a lot of like I've not looked into a lot of things about Miss Marvel, but from what I've seen in like animated things, in some comics that I have read, I've not been such a fan of her character.
yeah. Um, yeah. See, but she is a kid though. That's my thing. Like she can be annoying, but she's
Yeah.
also a kid. Like, and of
Yeah.
course she'd be fangirling. Like
Here's the
that is
thing.
exactly what a kid would do. It's not.
I I like obviously like one of those kids, like a character that goes in like too headstrong and things like they're like oh I have powers, I can go in and do whatever I want. It's the same reason why I do not like Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but the difference with Miss Marvel is she doesn't always win those kinds of fight. Like she's they make it out that that is a flaw, that she is a kid, she should not be doing that, but she does it anyway. She makes mistakes,
Yeah.
and that is a big character flaw of hers.
Yeah. Like not gonna lie. I will like not gonna lie, even though I'm not a fan of the character and I'm probably not gonna play this game, I'm still gonna watch like the gameplay and stuff for it. And if it does turn out that she is actually a fairly decent character with like if she turns out to be um like a fairly decent character, I will just be like, okay, I actually hold my hands up and say I was wrong. But it's I just don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's complicated. My thing with this game though is, all the gameplay looks pretty fun. I don't know how people can judge it based off of that. Not really. I haven't seen enough of it, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty fun. If you don't like how it looks, then fine. But you can't say the game's definitively bad off this. Um, I think the problems with the games are way more visual than they are. Like, I think the storyline sounds pretty fun. I think like a lot of things about it seem fun. the main problem, though. It's just how visually ugly it is. I like the Iron Man suit. I like the Thor costume. I like the Miss Marvel suit. But other than that, I think the costumes are horrid. I hope we get more.
Yeah, I do have one question that I'm thinking about, like whether or not this is connected to the Marvel PS4 Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is obviously because we've already said, because there are a few things I've stuck out, such as in Spider-Man PS4, we've seen the Avengers Tower, and obviously this particular game is set in the past, so before the events of Spider-Man
They're not
PS4.
connected.
Yeah.
They're not connected.
Okay. Now
There's
that
rumors of this, but
that makes me at ease, because
the
I was
Spider-Man
thinking if it's
the Spider-Man function when he mentions them having gone East Coast, when you go near the Avengers building, it would mean they only went East Coast at the beginning of this game, right before everything turns bad. So for him to be saying this, these two games have, like, the whole Spider-Man game would have to take place over the course of like a day, the day in which the Avengers are East Coast and not hated. So it doesn't function. Like, it's a fun idea, but the timelines can't match.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of timeline things with that don't match up, and then
Okay.
you bring in Taskmaster, which makes it function even less.
Yeah, so that was one thing I did pick up on, because obviously why have to, if you wanted to sorry, not gonna lie, if you wanted to like show away that you're linking the games, have the same design, but obviously you can tell that it's not the same game, because obviously Taskmaster has not a great design. I'm just gonna say that. Like, not gonna lie, have you seen Taskmaster in Spider-Man PS4?
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen the one in the new Avengers game.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
I don't know. I prefer the mask of the one in the Avengers game, but I like the general everything else of the one in Spider-Man. Like, that really ashy mask. It feels so scary almost. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Because here's the whole thing. I think one thing that they are kind of pushing inside of the Avengers game is the whole rivalry between Taskmaster and Black Widow, because of the whole Black Widow film.
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, I've seen because they've made comics for the game, and I've thought to myself, okay, I'll have a look. I looked at them, and it's basically similar to what I think the Black Widow film will actually be, which is obviously Taskmaster and Black Widow used to work together for Shield.
Yeah.
Something happens, and now he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
That's basically how I think the Black Widow film's going to play out.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen the leaks. The leaks, from what I can tell, are exactly what the film is. Every single time we get a teaser or anything, it's like these leaks are 100%. I'm not going to talk about them now because that'd be spoilers.
No, we can probably talk about that in a different episode.
That can be the episode probably. I'll save the leaks, and then after we've both seen Black Widow, we can compare the leaks to the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously I'm still going to see it, but yeah. So, okay. What would you say is your main issue? So, what would you say are the main issues with the Avengers game?
Main issues. It's got to be visuals though. So much of it is so ugly. It's uninspired. I think the Spider-Man game actually had the same issue, but it went really under the radar. You realise that main Spider-Man suit, the one with the white symbol, is orange.
Yeah.
It's orange, and I hate it. Like, in most angles, most lighting, it looks orange. The only time it doesn't look orange is when it's in dark, but that's because it's not brightly lit, and so it doesn't look orange. It's like, oh, I can't stand the visual. Like, I think Spider-Man looks great. All of the other suits, not the main one. But this game just similarly has a horrid art style that is hard to look at. Or horrid,
Yeah.
not art style, but sort of it's graininess on a game that you kind of expect to be great.
I think like the only a character design that I actually like from this game is Thor.
Yeah. Oh,
And
Thor's good. I love the Iron Man one though. Like,
I think like the suit the suit is alright. It's just the head it's just the helmet that I'm not too fond of.
Yeah.
I'm not too fond of the helmet because it kind of looks I don't know. It kind of looks a little bit weird to me. I don't know. It's just something about it that I think like not gonna like if you had a completely different helmet for Iron Man,
Sorry about the noise in
that'd
the
be cool.
background.
Oh no, that's fine. If you had a completely different helmet for Iron Man, in this game for that suit, it would be probably be a really cool, like design. I'd quite like it.
Yeah.
Like the suit is cool. It's just a helmet I kind of have a bit of an issue with.
Yeah. Oh, I like the helmet. I love all of the non MCU inspired stuff. I'm sick of the
Yeah.
MCU being the groundwork for all designs in Marvel
I'm not
right
gonna
now.
lie. They're gonna have to. They have to like obviously follow what is good, and obviously the MCU because it's been successful in the past years. It's obviously like is a focal point for a lot of Marvel media just to key into it and just be like, okay, we're gonna have this design, we're gonna have this storyline, we're gonna do this part off from a film, and it does get annoying because you do kind of have to think, are you not able to think of something that is slightly more original than just relying on like things that are already Marvel related?
Yeah.
Mm.
I,
So,
mm, yeah, I thought I'd have a lot more to say on this, but it's really bland. There was nothing to talk about this week particularly.
actually,
Like,
there was one thing about. So sorry to cut you off there.
better be sourceable.
So multiple sources on YouTube.
Yeah.
So so a lot of people on YouTube have seen this. I'm not too sure. I think you've seen this. So it's about the whole. So you know that you were going to get like more playable characters in the game. So we're going to get other Avengers such as Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Black Panther.
None of which have been confirmed, but we assume, yeah.
Yeah, so we've assumed. Oh, well, obviously they've said that we are going to get other Avenger characters in the game.
Yeah.
So that we know. So we've already seen another one, which is obviously Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And obviously with Ant-Man, there's a bit of thought that obviously we're just obviously waiting to see like what his actual full-on suit design will be.
Yeah. I mean,
But
we don't even know if he's in the game yet, though. None of this has been confirmed.
well, obviously we saw a thing with Hank Pym in it.
Yeah.
So obviously, but there was a thing like I'm trying to remember what the name of the guy was who looked at the leaks that led on to a few other videos, but he said that so like he deals mostly in like the normal like all the information that people look into for the Avengers game.
Yeah.
So like he analyzes like the showcase of like the new suits, like the different interchangeable stuff, and he said that apparently there was a leak how Ant-Man will be in the game. It'll be Hank Pym, but he will not be wearing his suit. He'll just be retired.
I mean, I was just looking at the pictures of him. He doesn't look that old. I don't know why he retired. You always use the it got to his head thing, but that can be a waste. Even though that does sound pretty realistic. Here's Hank Pym, but he's not gonna ever do the suit. He's not gonna suit up.
Yeah, well, not gonna lie. The main character, like the character that I do want to see in this game, that will probably sell me on it, is probably Hawkeye, because Hawkeye
Yeah.
is probably my favorite Avenger, which
Yeah.
is probably a bit strange because obviously everyone's like, "Why is Hawkeye on the team? He's useless." I've heard so many people say that, but I think you know what? I like Hawkeye because he is human, and he basically symbolizes what a normal person can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, Hawkeye could just be any person, which makes him more relatable. Like he's probably a very relatable character. He's a very relatable character.
I mean, I think people ignore that he's just as skilled as Black Widow. Like, he can hold his own in a fight with Black Widow. Plus, he can use a bow and arrow. It's him kind of being out of his depth. Creates the most character for him of anyone. The scene in Avengers: Age of Ultron where he outright ridicules it. Yeah, he's got bow and arrow, but he is the most human one of any of them. He hasn't gone through intense trauma, not in the same way Iron Man and Black Widow have. He's not a god. He wasn't under the ice for 70 years. So yeah, he's
It's
the most human.
yeah, it's like interesting because obviously he has a family, and then because of the events of Infinity War and Endgame, you kind of think, not gonna lie, would anyone do anything different if those things happened to you?
Yeah.
So I'd very much like to see their version of Hawkeye. Like if they give him like a really like a quite a cool design, then I would be quite happy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright. Oh, this has been a bad episode.
It's been a all right episode.
Yeah, I would never be that nice. Well, I like to. I was aiming to try and get a good clip in for the one clip a week. But I'm gonna struggle with this one. I'll probably do the first section. What we want out of fandom.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be that clip. If you've made it this far, no one has. No one's ever made it this far. The average the average watch time on every single podcast is between 6 and 12 seconds.
Wow.
No one has watched beyond a minute, I don't think, of any of these. I know someone has watched the first one on Spotify all the way through.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I think Spotify is probably where we're gonna hit. That's why I'm trying to do the clips because they're way more sort of accessible. And if we can get someone into clips, then that's sort of a gateway into the podcast itself.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to talk about this week?
I really don't know.
We've got a good week next week, I swear.
Well, not gonna lie, think about this. In August, we're probably gonna have a really cool. It's going to be really cool because, we're getting the DC fandom thing.
Yeah, fandom is going to be a big week. I'm pretty sure it's taking place over the weekend though, which means we're not going to be able to talk about it till like 5 days after. But hey, that's a. We'll be able to talk about the first day on that episode.
Yeah. I think obviously on the Friday before it starts, we can just obviously announce that we're going to be covering a lot of the information that we've seen for the future DC content, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. Is that it then? I think are we done?
Should be it.
Short episode, probably about 35 minutes after everything I've cut.
Yeah.
There's a lot enough to cut.
No,
like 3 minutes, I'd imagine. Anywho, that's all from me. I've been ItsLuke. He's been Fred. Bye bye.
See you guys later. Bye.